application on web server. So the example or the discussion will be mostly around this application as a generic way. So the next question we have is like, let's say the recommended way means if we don't do the performance testing only at the end of the SDLC phase, but we integrate our performance testing from the very beginning of the SDLC phase, like from a unit testing as well. So there we say, hey, progressive performance testing if we are doing it. So which phases of the software development life cycles make sense to conduct a performance testing from cloud? So for example, let's say if we are in the unit testing phase, in this example, let's say we want to do a performance testing of a store procedure where we want to make sure that how many threads can execute the store procedure, how much time it takes, what kind of concurrency issues we face. If we want to do this kind of testing, does it make sense to conduct a performance testing from cloud? Because technically it is very much possible to execute the store procedure from internet, right? But does it make sense to do this kind of performance testing from cloud? So we have tried to recommending, or we are saying that it should not be done, and then there are many reasons for it. Like first of all, during this unit testing phase, the number of runs required for debugging the performance problems are very large. Means you can expect definitely around 30 to 40 runs per day. It's an average run I'm talking about. So definitely means there are a number of runs required for debugging the performance issues are large enough. The second thing, if your developers are working on these performance issues, they need access to the system under test, faster access to the system under test. So that means even if they want to do some correlation between load generation and system under test, they want to have side by side a thing so that they can correlate it well, they can take the decision faster. If the same thing is being tried from cloud, then going to the cloud, setting up the environment and try to load generation, do a load generation from there, it will definitely take a lot of time of the developers, which means cost of the application, cost associated with the application. The third one is, if we are using a LAN-based performance testing, right, we can set up the multiple tools and utilities. For example, in this case, you can consider like SQL profiler, right? We can do a load generation and we can see what kind of statements or how the SQL is performing, what are the CPU utilizations and other stuff side by side, and can take the decisions very faster, right? Another thing is, nowadays most of the performance testing, if you say we are moving towards and putting those scenarios with the continuous integration platform like Jenkins, right? If we are taking this unit testing and doing it from the cloud, right, means integrating with the Jenkins or CI kind of platform, it will be very cumbersome. Rather, if we are doing the setup on our lab, right, it is very much possible to do it very easily. So then it does not make sense to do this unit testing from cloud. And the last one is from a security aspect. In this unit testing phase, the application is very unstable, and if exposing this thing to the internet, means it might compromise your LAN network, organization LAN network. It might compromising the functionality aspects, some of the secret things, whatever we are doing. It will be a lot of security risks. So definitely it's a no-no for doing a unit testing from the cloud. Similarly, if you move to the component testing, for example, let's say if you want to do a performance testing, one of the business logic is ready, and we want to do a performance testing of that business logic component on the application server side. Does it make sense to do the performance testing from cloud? Again, if you see, means most of the things are very common to the unit testing phase, like it requires multiple cycles to debug, it needs faster access to the system under test, utilities are required for debugging. Then continuous integration also, it will be very hard to set up, and system will be very risky at this point of time to expose to the internet. Let's say if we move to the integration testing, where all these multiple application servers or multiple web servers, load balancer, all are integrated, and we want to see how the integrated system is working in terms of performance, right? What we have observed is what you would have also observed, like in this phase also, most of the configuration related issues we face during this time. And again, it requires multiple runs to debug those problems. The second problem comes is like if we do performance testing from cloud, right, not only there are some variables, especially in terms of CDN or multiple ISPs, multiple hops also comes into a picture. So if you don't know if the response time is very high, it is because of the integrated system or it is because of the external third-party ISPs or the hops present into the whole overall performance testing. Then internet bandwidth, even this is also valid for the unit testing and component testing, but that factor is definitely we have not discussed over there, because at that point it was very much visible that doing a performance testing for those phases does not make sense. But for integration testing, let's say if you are doing many runs, right, and we need to be worried about all kind of flows to be executed from the cloud environment, we need to put a cost for the internet bandwidth requirement, right? And then if you are having a LAN, it will be easy to set up, because it will be most of the flows will happen on the 100 Mbps line. But if we need to do all these things from cloud, the company has to arrange the internet bandwidth accordingly. And at the last point, again, at this point also, system is not stable enough. There is a lot of risk is there for exposing the system to the internet. And that's why we are recommending that even in the integration phase, in the integration testing phase, we should have the performance testing lab into the organization LAN rather than taking it on the cloud and do the performance testing. Let's say integration, unit testing is done, component testing is done, integration testing is done, and then we are having a complete system out there which we want to do testing in terms of having a firewall, in terms of having cache proxy server, load balancer, everything. Now does it make sense now to do a performance testing from cloud? So sometime yes, because now everything is ready. Only variables right now we are having is like multiple routes or multiple hops out there. But even at this point, right, what we have seen that the number of runs required, and we will also discuss why the number of runs are very important for this consideration and how it increase the cost for the load generation. So if we are having multiple runs, definitely high cost is involved. Internet related cost will be there. Then another point is, if we are doing a load generation from client, right, most of the load generation tool like LoadRunner or JMeter or NeoLoad, right, we can always do a analysis or correlation between client-side metrics and server-side metrics if they are inside the LAN, if they are on the same LAN. But if they are outside the LAN, it is very hard to do some kind of correlation between client-side and server-side analysis. And at this phase system, when we are doing a system testing, right, if there are some issues are there, still we don't know whether the system is working fine or not fine. If we, after integration, if we directly take it to the internet, we are still having some variables which we cannot be accommodated for, and we will not be having the answer and why the response time or why the throughput is low, basically. And if there are some issues related to system, because still the system is not completely tested, taking it, exposing it to the outside world is hard. But definitely there are some advantages to do a performance testing at this phase from cloud. One thing is infrastructure cost, because when you are talking about system testing, right, and having the same kind of lab, production kind of lab, it requires a lot of hardware, right, and it's very hard to replicate the same thing on the organization until you are doing the run again and again. Again, the licensing cost is very high, because you have to buy for all this number of content users and other stuff, and someone has to maintain those labs, right? So there are some advantages if you are doing the load generation for system testing from cloud for system testing. That's why we have put it yellow, that it depends on the situation by situation. When should we go for it and when we should not go for it. But at the end, the last phase is acceptance testing, where means all the system is also integrated with third-party systems like payment gateway, CDNs, and other stuff. Then at that time, does it make sense to do a performance testing from cloud? So the answer is clearly yes. The reason is because first of all, if you need to find it out, how the things are happening from multiple geographical location, how the application performance is being perceived from different users. Whether we can only do it from cloud, we cannot do it from the LAN, right? And then acceptance testing does not happen on a regular basis. It happens before the release, right? So it definitely makes sense to do the load testing from cloud during acceptance testing phase. Low licensing cost is required because whatever numbers of licenses the users are required and other stuff, whatever hardware cost is required, cloud is very much scalable, and we can always do a load of 40,000 or 60,000 users without paying too much for the infrastructure cost. There are definitely some problems are there, like debugging the issues will be an issue as we have discussed. Then there will be a dependencies of the cloud provider, whatever cloud providers you use it. And the last one is recovery data loss. We'll discuss more challenges later in details about it. There are some definitely problems are there when you use the cloud. And the last one is, let's say if you don't use the cloud, right, what are some alternatives? So if you're having some partnership with the data centers or other stuff, you can use the data